We were told Bluebeard is a fairy tale about curiosity. A neat little warning: don't be nosy, don't ask questions, don't touch what you're told not to touch. But the original story isn't a lesson about curiosity, it's a lesson about control. Bluebeard doesn't arrive like a wolf in the forest, he arrives like safety, a wealthy man with a mansion, a polite voice, and a future that looks secure. And that's how the trap works. He gives his new wife the keys to everything: rooms, chests, doors, power, then slides one small key into her palm like a secret. Everything here is yours, he tells her, except that one room. That rule isn't about a door, it's about ownership. Because if you accept the rule, you accept the logic behind it, that love can come with locked parts, and you're supposed to smile anyway. Then he leaves, not just to travel, but to see what kind of wife she will be when he's not watching, and the house gets quiet, too quiet. The kind of quiet that makes your thoughts sound loud. So she walks the halls, past velvet curtains and polished floors, past portraits of a man who looks calm in every frame, and eventually the forbidden key starts to feel heavier than the whole ring of them. When she finally opens the door, the story stops pretending. Not gold, not jewels, not a private chapel. A room that smells wrong. A room that answers the question he never asked out loud: what happened to the ones before you? In some tellings, she finds the bodies of his previous wives, proof that the marriage was never a promise. It was a countdown. And when Bluebeard returns, he doesn't say, "Are you all right?" He doesn't say, "What did you see?" He says, "Why didn't you obey?" That's the darkest part. The horror isn't only what's behind the door, it's how quickly the blame snaps into place, as if the crime is hers for looking, not his for doing it. So she stalls. She buys minutes with trembling hands and careful words. She calls for her siblings. She prays, not for a miracle, but for time. And when help finally arrives, the tale turns into what it always should have been. Not a punishment for curiosity, but a rescue from a man who used fear like a wedding gift. Because Bluebeard is a story about a love that demands silence, a love that calls your instincts disobedience, a love that hides the truth and dares you to find it. And if you ever meet someone who offers you everything, but insists there's a door you must never open, ask yourself, is it forbidden because it's dangerous, or forbidden because it proves you were never safe? This is Dark Origins, where fairy tales don't end happily ever after. They end where the nightmare begins.